Bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Es el Puppy Playtime por varias razones. Ah, what?
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience. We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic, lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kid.
Yo sé quién
Don't
creó
forget the
Five
Merch
Nights at
Perfect for
Freddy's,
birthdays,
pero lo que no
so
me
sit
sé es
back
su
and
nombre.
enjoy a
Y
few
espero que no
scares.
se vayan a mandar y me vayan a funar, por favor, sin funa. Ah, Scout
We
Cautor,
do,
si supiera.
however, ask
Pero
that
por
you agree
favor,
to
por
a
lo que
simple
quiera.
waiver before you play. It's
Que
mostly just
ya
legal
paso
mumbo
en
jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far. You
Ya.
acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not
Me da hueva,
responsible
mucho
for
texto.
accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
¡Diablo! No se ve.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu and pick one of the frightening experiences available. By completing these scenarios, more will become available. You'll see plenty of familiar faces and some new ones as well. So stay a while and have a good time. And remember, despite the temporary horror you may experience, this is a completely controlled environment and you aren't in
No
any
puedo
real danger.
voltear.
Fazbear
Quisiera que se
Entertainment not
volteara
responsible
esta
for real
vaina.
danger. Please make a selection from the virtual menu.
No, no, no. Diablo, 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 loco. ¿No sabes qué? Bueno.
Congratulations! It appears you have been granted access to additional holiday
Diablo,
content.
puedo. Sí se
Press the special
puede.
button in the candy
¿Qué?
pail to enter the Halloween hub. Keep in mind that this DLC pack is nothing more than a festive holiday-themed add-on, which has absolutely no hidden intent or purpose. So, have fun.
Pero es que no puedo interactuar con eso. ¿Qué es eso? ¡No! Diablo. Loco. ¿Eso qué es? Son dulces. Guacalacrico. Diablo. ¿Qué es esto? Premios, espectáculos. Debe como interactuar. Pero no. Ok. ¿Qué es esto? No, se cayeron. ¿Cómo que comer? Ay, yo pensé que era una tarjeta. Lo voy a lanzar. ¡Diablo! Lo comí al mismo tiempo. Lo voy a comer o no. Miau. ¿Eso qué es? No debo de presionarlo, pero siento que me voy a iniciar la noche. Ya ni modo, tendré que hacer el de piezas y mantenimiento. Diablo, a ver.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed. You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket.
¡Wow! No duré ni 5 segundos. ¡Wow! Regresar. Es que no sabía. A ver, espérenme tantito. Necesito ver a. No le puedo cambiar las cosas del
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed. You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket.
¿Quieres un peluche, Bonnie? ¿Quieres uno? Toma. No sé qué hacer. Tin Marín de doping, güey. ¿Qué maraca te lo fue? ¡No fui! No fue. Tiene que, creo que es random esta vaina. No, ¿sabes qué? Todos los personajes se van a morir en mi guardia nomás. A ver. Vemos esta vaina. Es que lo que necesito es... ¡Oh! Acá la querido. A ver, voy a intentar ¿no? A ver. Apretar botones. Sobrevivir hasta las 6 de la mañana. Me sirve. ¿Ah? Déjenme ver. Hello. Me regalo una soda. ¿Qué me miras?
Hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in my office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. A magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be
Dile, por
filed
favor, que
within
es el
90
Bonnie.
days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at
Bonnie,
times,
queda
but
que
do I blame them?
desgraciado.
No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children. We need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around
Diablo.
during the day too.
Estoy viendo
And
eso.
then there was the bite in '87.
Chica.
Yeah, it's amazing that the human
Putz.
body can live without
Su
the
de aquí no
frontal
hay
lobe.
que.
You know. Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would like to see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Estoy viendo el negocio de música. Quieres que la chica se vaya. Hazte vale, ¿eh? Hazte vale, Bonnie. No sé por qué escucho un sniff. Ya veo. Qué difícil, me la pusiste. No. Bonnie, búscale de aquí. No, tú no te vayas a salir, desgraciado. Es más. Este vale. Yeah. Me andaba subiendo el corazón. Estoy vivo. Buenas. Color rojo, no sé por qué. Juego ganado. Recoger tu premio. Hicimos la 1 noche. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? Mm. Diablo. A ver. Hagamos el FNAF 2. Porque chi, a ver. Tienes a freeze, apretar botones X, ok. Usar máscara L2. Todavía hasta las 6 de la mañana.
Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see in your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new systems without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about the robot saying he was an endoskeleton without his costume on and wanting to stuff you into the suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have a light, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sí, Dios mío, hasta aquí voy a dejar el video. Ay, pi. 1 de 5 minutos. Un cupcake. ¿Le puedo dar? A ver. Video, voy a dar. Pero no. Ya sé que le voy a dejar porque pues. Ya. Bueno. Muchas gracias por ver. Adiós.